These are the tactical keys to Arsenal's victory over Manchester United. Arsenal's defensive structure stopped Man United. When Onana tried to play out from the back, Nketiah covered the passing lines to Martinez and forced Onana to play with Lindelof. When Onana attracted to one player, one midfielder dropped back to receive the ball, but one player followed him. As a consequence, he was forced to play with Lindelof, who received with space, but all the possible lines were covered. The times the centre-backs weren't pressed, Arsenal covered the passing lines with 6 players. Also, many times they pressed high with the same number of players. For that reason, Man United's defenders had to play long. However, Martial couldn't win an aerial duel and the midfielders weren't close to him to win the second balls. The times Casemiro dropped back between the centre-backs, he tried to find passing lines to the midfielders or strikers. But Arsenal's defensive line was aggressive because they followed United's strikers. As Antony couldn't play forward, he had to pass backwards to Eriksen. Nevertheless, Arsenal dropped back quickly and they had all their players behind the ball. Moreover, when Arsenal lost the ball and United tried to start an offensive transition, Arsenal dropped back quickly with almost all their players and forced Man United to play backwards. It was very different when Arsenal tried to play out from the back because United only pressed with 4 players. Besides, the midfielders were smart to move without the ball, like this time Antony is trying to cover to Havertz and the centre-back. However, Havertz moved away from him and received with space, because Eriksen and Casemiro are following to Odegaard and Martinelli. Zinchenko was a key player in this phase because he appeared on the left, on the right and also in the central channels. Nketiah was smart to drop back between the lines to receive the ball. As he attracted to United's midfielders, he had 3 possible receptors. Also, Rice was involved in the build-up because he always tried to be free to receive the ball, and as soon as he passed to one centre-back or full-back, he tried to drag one player to create space between United's strikers and midfielders. This time Martinelli dropped back to the space and he played fast with Saka, who usually had a 1-to-1 situation against Dalot. Rashford was the best player for Manchester United in attack. Arsenal is pressing with 6 players and Wan-Bissaka tried to jump the first line of pressure. However, after a rebound, Havertz had the ball. He tried to play with Odegaard, but Eriksen intercepted the ball and started the offensive transition. Rashford ran behind wide and he was faster than him. 2 players went over him, but they weren't coordinated, and Zinchenko tried to cover the passing line to Antony. However, this gave space to Rashford to score. Moreover, when he had 1-to-1 situations, he tried to overcome his mark and played backwards with his teammates. But Arsenal's defenders anticipated these passes. As the game advanced, Rashford started to be selfish and took poor decisions. He had 2 teammates to receive the ball, yet he decided to keep running and shoot when he had 3 men over him. The mindset was also a key difference, because when Man United had the ball they were afraid to make a mistake. On the other hand, Arsenal always tried to play forward. This helped them to score 1 minute after Rashford's goal. Zinchenko and Martinelli created a 2-versus-1 against Wan-Bissaka. With a great flick, Martinelli freed Zinchenko. Lindelof tried to cover the back of Wan-Bissaka because Martinelli was running to this space, while Martinez tried to be close to Nketiah. As Nketiah received the ball and played fast with Martinelli, a space was created between Martinez and Dalot, which Eriksen tried to cover, but this freed Odegaard on the edge of the box. When Rasmus Hojlund came in, he had a great impact in attack, because when United started the offensive transitions, he attacked the spaces and complicated Arsenal's defensive line. Besides, he helped in the build-up. This time Eriksen recovered the ball and Hojlund played fast with Casemiro, who received with time and space and assisted Garnacho. Nevertheless, his goal was ruled out by offside. When Arsenal was in the final third, Man United's defensive structure was solid. However, all collapsed when both centre-backs left the pitch. Evans and Maguire weren't coordinated and aggressive to intercept or anticipate the passes to the strikers. This time Jesus received on the edge of the box and no one is over him. Maguire left his mark while Wan-Bissaka didn't leave him on offside. Therefore Saka received with space but Onana saved. Finally, the corner kicks made the difference. United had 4 players in the first post, while Rice was free on the second post. This time Onana blocked it. In this shot, United again had 3 players in the first post and Arsenal had 3 players free on the second post. Rice hit the ball but couldn't score. In Arsenal's goal, United had 3 players in the first post and Arsenal had 3 players against Johnny Evans in the second post. Saliba blocked Evans and this free Rice, who scored. Leave your thoughts about this game, don't forget to subscribe and thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by Play by Metrica Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst. Create and manage all your video analysis in one platform.